So we're watching the latest visuals coming to you from New Delhi of the Prime Minister unveiling the name of the new building complex in New Delhi called Sevarthi. It houses the Prime Minister's office, the National Security Council Secretariat and the Cabinet Secretariat as well, all under one roof going forward. Well, let's get you some other news we're tracking here on DD India News. It's coming from South Asia. The Bangladesh Nationalist Party, the BNP, is set to form the next government in Bangladesh after sweeping the 13th election, securing a commanding lead and crossing the two-thirds majority mark, according to official and party tallies. As per results declared so far, the BNP and its allies are leading on 208 of the 284 seats announced, placing the party firmly on course for a decisive mandate. After nearly 2 decades out of power, the BNP described the outcome as an overwhelming public mandate. Its leader, Tarique Rahman, and Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir won their respective constituencies. The Election Commission said that voter turnout in the parliamentary election and the simultaneous referendum stood at 59.44%. The twin votes electing representatives in 299 constituencies and deciding on constitutional reforms were held peacefully. Now, analysts say that the results reflect strong public support for pluralistic and moderate governance. Women voters in particular, who made up more than half of the electorate, turned out in large numbers, responding positively to the BNP's messaging on women's empowerment and global aspirations. Furthermore, the BNP also projected a youthful and modern outlook during the election campaign, with Tarique Rahman and his team emphasizing on forward-looking policies and law and order reforms. In contrast to rivals accused of stoking fears of unrest, the BNP highlighted stability and tolerance as its central themes. And Prime Minister Modi has congratulated BNP leader Tarique Rahman on leading the party to victory in the parliamentary election. In a post on X, he conveyed his warm congratulations to Rahman for leading the BNP to victory. He said, and I quote, "This victory shows the trust of the people of Bangladesh in your leadership. India will continue to stand in support of a democratic, progressive and inclusive Bangladesh. I look forward to working with you to strengthen our multifaceted relations and advance our common development goals." Unquote. Right, joining us on the phone line from Dhaka is my colleague Naval Sangh Parmar. Naval Sangh, what's the latest tally?
Yes, according to the leading dailies in Bangladesh, BNP and its ally won 213 seats out of 296 as of now declared, as the Election Commission has withheld the result for the 3 constituency as the court cases are pending. So almost, according to the local medias, almost voting has been complete, counting has been completed, and the result have also been declared. Officially, some of the constituency result have been declared, but still a full result for the parliamentary election has not been declared from the Election Commission. But BNP and its ally won 213 seats, while Jamaat and its allies won 17 seats, 76 seats, and Islami Andolan 1 seat, and other won the remaining 6 seats. So BNP here and its ally won 213 seats. It is a very thumping victory for the Bangladesh Nationalist Party, and there is a jubilant atmosphere around BNP party office, and in fact in many parts of the Bangladesh where the BNP is in a good hold, like Bagura, Sylhet areas, and some parts of Bangladesh where BNP have its stronghold. So this is a very good result for the BNP, the party which was out of power for more than 2 decades.
Indeed, just to put it into context for our viewers, as Naval Sangh is reporting there, the BNP and its allies have won 213 of the seats counted so far. Now, remember, viewers, any party had required only 151 for a simple majority. But in this case, the BNP winning 213 and counting, giving it a handsome, brute two-thirds majority in the parliament. Naval Singh, while you're still with us, how have political parties reacted to these results? Also, what does a 60% turnout indicate to you?
It is a very good number considering the previous election in Bangladesh. And in fact, the atmosphere yesterday, it was a fearful day when the voting started earlier. There was a fear among the voters, and in initial hours, there was a low turnout. But as the day proceed, the atmosphere and the security arrangement, particularly the army and the law enforcement agency, played a role. So gradually, people voter turnout increased, and it reached to around 60%, and it is a good turnout in Bangladesh. There are two coalition here in Bangladesh. One is BNP-led coalition, mainly it's BNP, and in Jamaat there are 11 parties. There are other, like NCP, also part of a Jamaat-led alliance. So one is now victorious, and another one is at receiving end. So there is a BNP side, there is a jubilant atmosphere, and the main loser here is the NCP, as they were claiming to reform Bangladesh, and they were the Gen Z kind of things they were spreading. But as according to the result still now announced, NCP won 2 to 3 seats
Right.
in prominent, particularly it's a prominent leader like Nahid Islam and Hasnat Abdullah. Otherwise, all the candidates failed to secure the win in the constituency, their constituency. So, NCP, Citizen Party, could not perform well in this election, and people again trusted on a major political party like BNP, who is having a experience of running the country. Earlier, it was in power from 1991 to 1996, and again in 2001 to 2006, while
Right.
the India government was there in India, and Atal Bihari
Indeed.
Vajpayee was the Prime Minister. So Begum Khalida Zia and Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee
Right.
were a good repo. So
Right. Naval Singh, do stay with us. Let me go across to our guest joining us on the broadcast, on Professor Sanjay Bharadwaj from the School of International Studies at JNU, New Delhi. Professor, welcome to DD India News Hub. As my colleague Naval Singh was reporting there from Dhaka, the BNP alliance is leading or has won 213 seats counted so far. The Jamaat-e-Islami alliance coming at 76. Your thoughts, are the results on expected lines? Are you at all surprised that the BNP is winning, or the Jamaat-e-Islami and the National Citizen Party are trailing?
No, I think the first thing, let me congratulate the BNP because they have performed whatever the options they had from the very beginning. But I would say that these elections would have been more inclusive, more participatory if the another largest political party, one of the oldest political party, had been instrumental in the liberation war of Bangladesh. Awami League would have been participated, that the election and the results would have been more inclusive. Definitely that whatever that it has been it casted, I don't know the number. It was earlier around 47.9% to now I think it has come that there are 60% people have voted in Bangladesh, and the BNP has become got around 2/3 of majority. It reminds me that. In 2001 election also, that same number of seats were almost same number of seats were won by the BNP alliance. But that was more participatory, more inclusive election in 2001. But certainly, I would also put that this the elections was in between the political parties who had been allied in 2001 election and 2008 election. The Jamaat-e-Islam was partner with the BNP while they formed the government in 2001, and then again they contested in 2008 elections with the alliance of BNP. Now the contest was in between these two political parties. One was the one is the BNP, is known as a soft Islam. They are also doing the politics of Islam, particularly the founder of the BNP, Ziaur Rahman, talk about the Islam or Islamization of Bangladesh. But definitely they kept a soft form of the Islam, where the Jamaat-e-Islam is talking about the radical form of the government. But still, since the Bangladeshi people, they have come in support of BNP and given a good mandate to BNP. Let him come into power and let him bring the political stability in Bangladesh. That would be in good health for Bangladesh and for the South Asian peace and stability. So one should welcome him and let him give an opportunity to rule the country.
Now, Professor Bharadwaj, help our viewers understand something else here. You spoke about the BNP's origins and policies over the last several decades. Now, what does the BNP's return to power mean for Bangladesh in today's context in terms of its politics and policy? Also, what about its foreign and security policy?
No. See, if you can see the track record of the BNP, what it has ruled from 1991 to 96 and then 2001 to 2006. I can say that Khalida Zia had given a very good beginning to the country in 1991 when she has attached the trade and investment regime and appointed a special envoy to strengthen the economic linkages abroad. And she has given a good beginning to the Bangladesh economy. But the tenure from 2001 to 2006 was quite disputed and had been criticized widely, while they were basically giving shelter to the Islamist forces in Bangladesh and having good alliance with Pakistan's ISI in that period. And they have been, there were also allegations as well as the evidences that the government officials and government ministers were involved in arms trafficking across the Bangladesh. They had the mixed track records in a way that somehow they have come out with a good economic policy and maintained close relations with China and the Americans. And the same manner, they have also, in politically, they have also gone towards the Islamizations in Bangladesh. Now, since it is almost 2 decades gap while the BNP has come into power and Jamaat is not the partner in this scenario. And when you see the manifesto, what the BNP and Tarique Rahman had come out, he is talking that we will develop a constructive relationship with the neighbors, including India, and we will also see that how we can have better water sharing formula with India on Ganges water in Tista, and also peace and stability and security on the border areas. So if he has this positive rationals, and India since had invested a lot, extended largest line of credit to any country in the world, that is Bangladesh, around $10 billion. For the infrastructure development and all these things. So we are looking forward, let Bangladesh further join India's developmental partnership and also become part of India's Act East policy to connect with India's Northeast and Southeast Asian countries. And if he will maintain this space, that where Bangladesh has been performing very well in last decade and more about the Human Development Index, per capita income and GDP growth. I think that, and they were also supposed to graduate from the LDC to the developing countries. This journey will further strengthen, and I think Bangladesh will again perform well on economic front. And that what the bad times, the 18 months where the caretaker government hijacked by the Jamaat-e-Islam.
Also, Professor, let's talk about the man of the hour, if you will, Tarique Rahman, for the benefit of viewers joining us from around the world. What do we know about Tarique Rahman? Would you say he is a political greenhorn, a political novice, or a dynast?
Tarique, Tarique had been running the government from 2001 to 2006 from the Hawa Bhawan, and Hawa Bhawan was not very popular among the Bangladeshis, liberal, democratic, secular peoples. That because they were attacks on the minority communities, they were attack on the opposition political parties, and this has become a safe haven for the radical like Bangla Bhai, Huzi B, Ansar, all Ansarul Bangla and all these have become very active during the Tarique Rahman's period. But I think he had got the lesson that the Bangladeshi people will never accept these kinds of gestures, because Bangladesh have sacrificed a lot in 1971 to get a inclusive, secular, democratic Bangladesh, which is based on the Bengali spirit. So I think now he has been given again a chance in 2026.
Okay.
He should understand the Bangladesh mindset, psyche, and should promote the democratic, inclusive forces in Bangladesh, and also given a space to the major another political party, that the Awami League, to participate in the elections in future. So that would give more legitimacy and more stability to
Indeed.
Bangladesh. And I think this would not allow the extra regional powers to do politics in Bangladesh.
Fair enough. And in conclusion, Professor, if you could also talk to us a bit about the referendum vote. What would a yes vote mean for Bangladesh's polity going forward?
This is very tricky because there are 5 points in the referendum, but the people had given only the opportunity to say yes and no. And there is also a time frame, because this parliament, whether Mohammed Yunus is going to transfer power to Tarique Rahman or BNP, or he will ask this parliament to work as constitutional reform council. If it will work as constitutional reform council, then they have to work on the July charter. And this July charter is prepared by the Jamaat-backed caretaker government. So there could be possibilities that the confrontation between Jamaat-e-Islam and BNP will arise if they will not transfer power to the elected parliament. So I'm looking forward that let the positive rationals provide to Mohammed Yunus to transfer smooth power to Tarique Rahman, and let the Tarique Rahman and elected government make the reforms if they're really looking forward any constitutional reforms in Bangladesh.
All right, we'll leave you there for now. Professor Bharadwaj, thank you for joining us and sharing your perspectives with our viewers at home and abroad. Thank you for your time.